Hi. So I did a few recordings tonight, and this is Dr. Brenda with the Corner Bench. And I shared about my beers. So I do an annual beers evaluation. I look for tests at the beginning of the year because I'm not that great at keeping resolutions. So I just take tests to find out if I'm if I'm behaviorally, emotionally, economically, relationally, and socially intact. If those areas of my life are, improving. Now, one of the things that made me one of the saddest days of my life last year, actually, it was this year, the earlier part. And I give to a number of different charities like Shriners. I give to Feed the Children, Water for Life. I give to like 5 or 6 different charities. And I'm a philanthropist. I really am. I just don't have a lot of money in order to give. But one of the saddest days of my life this last year was I had to stop all of my charitable contributions to these organizations that I love so much. So it was hard. It was very hard. And no, they're not going to go out of business because I'm not giving, but I feel as though we all have to contribute in some way to something. And I enjoy contributing. There was a time when I was standing on food lines and I had to, feed my children. So if there's any way that I can help someone else to be able to be fed, I'm going to do that. I remember one time I was at home and it was like the water in my apartment was off. And it was just an awakening experience because my dad had come visit that time and nobody knew we didn't really have water. I don't even think. This was many years. My children were very young. But I was living in an apartment and somehow we didn't have any water. And lo and behold, my dad had come over to visit. And he went in the bathroom, and I have to talk to him about that if you remember that. But he touched one thing in my bathroom, and it caused the water to come on because the water wasn't going in, I think, the bathroom where the kids could take a bath. So, but he came over and he did something, and right in there, and the water came on. I was so happy, and wait till I talk to him. I'm gonna ask him if he remembers that. And so these are experiences that I've had, and they touch me. So I like to be able to improve someone else's life as much as I possibly can in those areas. And one of my favorite, I love them all, but one of my favorite is St. Jude. And I'm advertising for St. Jude because when I had to cut off all my charitable contributions, it really hurt me. So if anyone wants to pick up giving to St. Jude, this shirt saves lives. And they'll send you a shirt too. I wish you do it. And I'm actually sharing this right now because in my beers section, my sessions that I had just given, one of the topics under my social in my beers, my getting socially tested to figure out am I doing enough. It's what I call responding to the need. Because there are so many needs in the earth. So many needs. Needs to be able to, where someone needs socks on their feet. Someone needs a hot meal. Someone needs a roof over their head. Someone needs a a visit here or there. Someone needs a relief because they're the caretaker of their mom or their dad, and they may need a break. Responding to the need. Being a caretaker is responding to the need. How are you responding to the needs that exist in the earth today? You can do it as small as possible. You may not be able to do it right now. Like, I feel sad that I am not able to do it right now, but I'm going to put myself back in a place where I can contribute to these organizations that are helping families, that are helping children, that are wiping the tears from mom's eyes, and, causing dads to have a way to be able to know. Because, a dad is like, if he can do anything to keep his baby from hurting, that's a hurtful thing, because, they want to make sure that they can take care. And then that's a helpless situation for a mom or dad. So these organizations matter to me. And one day I'm going to be able to give in a larger quantity. But you know what? I started small, and you can too. They'll take whatever you give them, because a lot of people contributing to the greater cause. And that just brings me to mind about Jesus. Jesus would, do miracles. Phenomenal, right? And when he's feeding 5,000 people, starting out with little small morsels, I mean, he allowed or caused bigger pieces to come from small starts. Despise not the small beginnings. So you can start small, giving to St. Jude, giving to Shriner, giving to wherever. Contribute to wherever. Find what your passion is. Give to some, school who need books. Yeah. Or need, supplies. Do something. You have to contribute in some way, if you can. If you can't, I understand it. The one thing I enjoyed doing recently, and trust me, I never, ever need to share with people the things that I do, because I don't get glory or praise out of it. And God knows my heart, so that's and we can say that easily, but He knows my heart. So I'm confident to be able to say there was a single mother. That's one of the things I like to do. If I see a single mother with her children, I have a few dollars in my pocket, give them $50. Take your kids out for lunch today. Those are things that I like to do where nobody needs to know about it. But that's something like starting small. You can give somebody $5 for lunch. Somebody who may not be privileged at the moment. And we don't know why people aren't as privileged. We just know it exists. Hey, like I said, I've been on Food Line before a number of times. And I ain't ashamed of it. I thank God that those places were there, because I didn't know. But when I remember there was a time I was eating like sausage, because they had a lot of sausage. I must have made sausage like with spaghettis, sausage and bread, feeding my children. But they ate. Shoot. I took those sausages and I was proud. So, and anytime that you have extra, consider giving to organizations such as this. Anytime I see these children with cancer on TV, it breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart. And anything that I can do to help. So this shirt saves lives. Get you one. This is a good shirt to have. Y'all, try it. It's worth it. Love you. How are you responding to the need?